If you spend enough time scrolling, you'll notice a distinct fatigue setting in. Audiences are actively tuning out traditional motivational content. The loud narrators demanding you wake up at 4 a.m., the drone shots of luxury cars, it all feels like a tired, repetitive performance. Yet, sitting right alongside that burnout is a strange anomaly. There's a new wave of faceless YouTube channels pulling massive, highly engaged audiences, and they're doing it by feeling deeply personal, gritty, and intimate. A 2026 Notebook LM workflow meticulously engineers these hyper-authentic videos, replacing organic human creation with a systematic production process. To understand how this works, we can look at a specific, highly retentive case study, a 5-minute script circulating in this space, simply titled, "We Need to Have a Real Talk." Understanding how this specific script was built reveals an uncomfortable truth about the internet today. True vulnerability online is no longer an organic human trait. It is a scalable, engineered product. This diagram illustrates how the process begins with data ingestion. Creators feed viral videos from competitors directly into the AI. The system analyzes these disparate clusters and funnels them into a single trend line, extracting the underlying narrative patterns that reliably hook human attention. When applying these patterns, the AI actively rejects grand, abstract concepts. Titles like The Architect of Tomorrow are flagged as ineffective for modern retention because they sound artificial and detached from reality. Instead, the system pivots to what we can call the flaw hook. This strategy leverages negativity bias by opening directly with the viewer's raw exhaustion. The script begins by validating the feeling of being stuck or drifting, establishing immediate trust by mirroring the viewer's mental state. The script pairs this psychological hook with a strict visual mandate. The AI specifies highly relatable, imperfect imagery, a messy desk, a cold cup of coffee, or staring at a blank screen. Capturing human attention today means abandoning the concept of aspiration completely. You win by targeting the audience's shared psychological friction. But writing an intimate script is only half the equation. The primary vulnerability of any faceless channel is the audio. Standard text-to-speech engines leave obvious, robotic fingerprints that instantly break the illusion of intimacy. Notebook LM's audio overview bypasses this problem. It takes a perfectly uniform synthetic baseline and splits that rigid output into 2 irregular frequency streams. Those micro spikes and overlaps represent the spontaneous rhythms, pauses, and overlapping speech patterns of actual humans. Creators then isolate this conversational audio and use it as the background track for a solitary faceless video. The result is a voiceover that sounds like a calm, gritty mentor having a quiet conversation in a room, rather than a machine reading text. The irony here is striking. Inserting deliberate conversational flaws and pacing imperfections is the exact algorithm used to bypass human skepticism. To execute the visuals, the AI generates what's called a stick figure execution plan. This is a scene-by-scene creative blueprint, complete with timing notes and simple wireframe storyboard boxes, ready for a human editor to assemble. This timeline maps out the plan's strict color grading evolution. It tracks an emotional curve, beginning with cool, desaturated blues and grays during the struggle phase, and then shifts into warmer, higher contrast tones as the script reaches its pivot point. The blueprint also dictates the specific type of footage to use. It mandates user-generated content styles, slightly shaky, natural light shots, simulating everyday environments. Underneath it all, the plan prescribes specific auditory layering. It schedules physical ASMR textures, the scratch of a pen or a heavy sigh, timed precisely to the script's emotional turns. By compounding these micro-textures, deliberate color shifts, shaky camera work, and Foley sounds, the creator builds an airtight, subconscious illusion of a living, breathing person. This process enables a single creator to generate up to 10 highly retentive, emotionally calibrated scripts in under an hour. At that speed, the role of the creator changes entirely. They stop being writers agonizing over subjective stories and become managers overseeing the execution of objective psychological rules. It proves that a physical human face and organic storytelling are no longer prerequisites for forging a deep emotional connection with an audience. Concepts we consider inherently human, discipline, raw emotion, and intimate vulnerability have been mapped and systematically engineered. The future of digital content belongs to those who understand the mechanics of this space. True viewer engagement is simply an algorithmic reflection of the viewer's own empathy.